Hello, everybody. We are here with Dr. Hanane Llouh from Belgium, and who is assistant to this thematic conference of the Urban Commission of IGU. Hannah, welcome to
Thank you very much for having
city,
me.
to our conference, and we were talking about this idea that frequently we listen to concerning that the European city, as we know it, can be a model or has been a model to other cities. What would you tell us about this?
I think that's a very difficult idea because a lot of countries see Europe as a model, but in Europe you have a lot of differences between cities. And I think it's important everywhere, in every city, to look at your own context and your own history as a palimpsest. So where you look at what's built before that and how it's been built on top of that and what the context is of your own city. Because if you just copy another city, I think it's impossible to make of Mexico City a new Paris. Because the history of Paris, you have like the historical city with the very small streets and old buildings, but here you have these very beautiful other kind of buildings from your culture. Yeah. So I think it's important everywhere, especially in Mexico City, to see how valuable your own built environment is for your own local community. And maybe you can get some ideas elsewhere. I think it's also important to be realistic. I think Mexico City has a lot of traffic, a lot of cars, sure, yeah. And we in Europe are banning the car out of the city to make it more a city for pedestrians, to walk, to use a bike. Because in Antwerp, we're banning the car. So it's a very good idea from the green parties in case of sustainability. The pollution, of course, it's now not that worse as 10 years ago, but the lower social-economic class, they need the car because they work far away, they have irregular hours, they cannot bike to their work. So you have to think first about what will cause this for our population. Do we have other options for them, like a good public transport? Sometimes you also need a little bit force. So when they're taking away parking spots in the city center, there's a lot of anger and people, and the businesses are very angry, and the entrepreneurs. But we see after a couple of months, they're happy because they have a lot more people, a lot more pedestrians in the city center because the car is gone, and people get used to a new reality very fast.